Welcome to day 8 of our 21 days of prayer and fasting. So we have seen so far that the early church walked in the fear of the Lord, and as a result of walking in the fear of the Lord, that enabled them to receive power. And that is the comfort of the Holy Spirit. And this week we want to look at the comfort of the Holy Spirit. Now, before I share the topic of today, I want to talk a little bit about uncertainty. You see, uncertainty can really drain us. Just think about it for a moment. As a football player, where you know for certain that you're playing for 90 minutes, you can go hard every minute of that game. But imagine if you're playing a game without a clock and you really don't know how long for. The uncertainty of how long you actually have played or how long you still have to play for will just drain you. Well, that's how the disciples were feeling. And the very last question to Jesus is a timing question. They asked Jesus, "Is your kingdom coming now?" Now, instead of giving them a certain date, Jesus gave them the final promise. Let me just read a portion of today's passage from the book of Acts chapter 1, verse 7 to 9. He said to them, "It is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has said by his own authority, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you. And you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." After he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud hid him from their sight. What was the final promise? Jesus promised them his presence through his Spirit, and his Spirit would give them the power to face whatever, whenever, and for as long as it takes before his second coming. Then in verse 10 to 11, they were looking intently up into the sky as he was going, when suddenly 2 men dressed in white stood beside them. "Men of Galilee," they said, "why do you stand here looking into the sky? This same Jesus who has been taken from you into heaven will come back in the same way you have seen him go into heaven." I love that. Can you just picture the disciples looking up in the sky, and as Jesus is ascending into heaven, the angels literally answer the question with the question. "Why do you stand here looking into the sky?" I'm sure you heard Jesus say it's go time. It's time to go and be my witnesses. Then the angels reassured him, saying, "You know what? Jesus is definitely coming back. But he's just not telling you when." Listen, enjoy this wonderful promise that the power of the Holy Spirit is with us. He is our certainty. He is our comfort. He is our helper. He is our strength and much more. Use this promise to be bold and obedient for Jesus. Be his witnesses. Share the good news in your Jerusalem and to the ends of the earth, knowing that the power of the Holy Spirit is with you. God bless you.